it was distressing for my wife, shall we say. Not only did she have to deal with a husband who was suddenly 30 pounds heavier, but we were moving house at the time, and I remember she called me once and said, "Okay, so David, what are we gonna do? Is it the brown curtains or the grey curtains?" "Well, I think we need to." She went, whoa. I cannot talk curtains with Dr. King. We are gonna pick this up after the shoot, which we did.
So that was David Oyelowo on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert talking about preparing for his Selma role. Well, in his latest movie, it's called A United Kingdom. It's a story of forbidden romance between a Nigerian prince in Botswana and a British woman.
And we're honored to have David Oyelowo joining us live on Good Day this morning. Good morning.
Morning, hi.
Hi there. So did you walk around the house and acting like a Nigerian prince, or was your wife so over that after Selma?
Yes, no, I learnt my lesson on that one. You know, happy wife, happy life. So, you know, I try to keep my work away from home.
But once again, your work is really, really big, and it's a huge story. A United Kingdom. You're playing a real-life Prince of Botswana, and you have these huge, moving speeches. How do you even get into character to play a real-life individual? How do you start that process for you? Because you've done this before.
Yeah, I have, and it's terrifying every time, especially when, you know, as has been the case for me, both with Selma and now with this, you shoot in the locations where some of these events took place, and you're acting out these moments in front of people who either were there or who are very invested in the nature of the story you're telling. But, you know, you do your preparation, and you hope that there is a confluence between you, the actor, and the character, and that transmits into the truth. And thankfully, I feel that's what we managed with A United Kingdom.
I read that you convinced Rosamund Pike to take the co-starring role. Was she ambivalent about it, or was she just have other projects and you really wanted her to come on board?
Oh, no, she definitely wasn't ambivalent about it. Quite the opposite. What happened is Rosamund and I had actually worked together on a film called Jack Reacher. We'd become friendly through that experience. And I'd always thought that, A, she was a brilliant actress, but B, that she would be very right for this. And what I did was sent her some images of Ruth and Suretse just to see if it piqued her interest. And she emailed me back within the hour saying that she's sat there in floods of tears just looking at these images. Who are these people? Tell me more. And that's how the journey for her began.
David, there's another movie that's dealing with a very similar theme, and it's called Loving, and it's getting Oscar buzz. And you're in your movie in the United Kingdom. But how is your movie different from that other movie that deals with the very same topic?
Well, I've seen Loving, and I think it's a beautiful film. It's a more intimate story in a sense. A United Kingdom spans continents, countries, enormous political ramifications in a United Kingdom. Also, you have a prince who is on his way to becoming a king, and you know, his country are looking down the barrel of having a white queen. What does that mean? And also in our film, you know, what we're used to seeing elsewhere is there being real opposition to the black person in terms of an interracial couple. But in this film, in the United Kingdom, we also see opposition to the white person. Ruth Williams is faced with very real prejudice and suspicion when she arrives in Botswana. So it's one of those rare instances, cinematically anyway, where you see both individuals meeting suspicion from both of the cultures and the societies that their partner is from.
Well, if you get a chance, even if you see the trailer out there, you're going to be hooked when these two people meet in the film at that jazz concert or that jazz event. Thank you, David Oyelowo, for being on Good Day, and we'll watch for that coming to theaters here in Sacramento soon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. And also on The Late Show last week, he absolutely lit up the audience when he talked about who might play the next James Bond, since they don't really know who would play it. And so Colbert was kind of, you know, pushing him along, and he kind of struck a pose, and the audience went insane. I mean, they just went insane. Well, can't you see it? I mean, he's so elegant, and just the way he speaks, he's so together and calm.
Refined and classy and
I think that
cultured.
would be outstanding.
I was thinking that he may want to do a
he's got it.
slapstick comedy next because
Totally
everything
right up
is
his
so
alley.
heavy
Oh,
that he does. He
I
may want
know.
to do something that's goofy.
Well, she may be